Hi guys. Okay, wow. Where's the camera? So this is not a very flattering angle. I'm sorry, but today I'm going to film a Today I'm going to film a cook with me. Jesus. I'm going to film a cook with me. We're going to make a Cajun style foil packets, hobo packets, whatever you want to call it. I'll link the recipe down below, but this is what I'm going to make for dinner. Told you guys I was going to make these, so I'm going to do it. Got my handy dandy chocolate milk, so shout out to Donna. So the first thing we're going to do is preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Okay, onto the ingredients. So I use the russet potatoes. I think in the recipe it states that you're supposed to use red potatoes, but I think they're too sweet, so I just use regular like Idaho potatoes. And then next to that we use white peeled shrimp. And it's deveined. I don't like doing it myself, so I just buy it that way. And then Adele's Cajun style andouille sausage. This is the freaking best sausage. If you could get it, it's awesome. And then I use salted butter, chicken broth, sweet corn. I think the sweetness of the corn like outweighs the spiciness of the rest of the recipe. Just a good balance of sweet and spicy. And the seasonings are just Cajun, Tony Chachere's Cajun Creole seasoning, red pepper, paprika, garlic powder, sea salt, black pepper, and seasoned salt. I love Lowry's. So what you want to do here is make a cross with foil. Just get some foil, one down, the other down horizontally, bam. So now we're going to take 2 sausages per one and just slice them up, put them in there. I believe the recipe calls for, I think it makes 4 servings, but I'm just making 2 very large servings here. So you just chop those babies up, put them in. Now you just split up the shrimp, put them in there. It's not really hard, but they're nice deveined. Everything's taken off of them. It's just so much nicer like that. Okay, so moving on to potatoes, you're gonna wash them really, really well, and then peel them, obviously, and we're gonna cube them up. It doesn't really matter how big you cube them, just because it just depends on personal preference, but you do want to make sure they get super duper soft whenever you're cooking them. But they absorb all the seasoning and butter and chicken stock, and they just get really, really yummy inside of there. And I just want to clarify here, I am not good at cutting vegetables and fruits and everything. I'm just terrible at it. I remember I was in culinary school and my chef was like, "Why are you so bad at this? You practice all the time." And I don't know. I'm not good at it. I follow the techniques and I'm just terrible. So I've resigned myself to knowing I'm bad at it. Still trying my best, And now we're just going to take our bag of corn and throw it in there. I like to use a bag of frozen corn, but you can use frozen corn on the cob, like those mini cobs. You can use, fresh, whatever you want. So now it's time to throw in all the seasonings. We're going to start with Tony Chachere's. That's where we're getting our Cajun from because they are Cajun, you know, hobo packs or whatever they're called. I call them foil packets, but you know, that's just me. And then we're going to take our paprika, and it doesn't really, I believe that there are measurements, but I kind of just go to my heart's content and pour just a bunch of crap all over it. It's just follow your heart with those seasonings. So we're going to melt our butter and we're going to pour it all over the place. Then we are going to take our chicken stock and also pour that everywhere. So here's the fun part. We're going to fold them up nice and good. Kind of just want to make them even, and so you want it tight but not extraordinarily tight. That's why I do 2 layers. I do one to kind of get everything in there, and then another one just fold it over like a little pack. We're going to throw it into our preheated oven, and we are going to cook that for anywhere between 30 and 30 minutes to an hour. I know that's really big, you know, time, but whatever. I usually go for 40. Everything's nice and cooked. So now we are going to make our sauce. This I actually took from a different recipe, but it's so freaking good. I'm going to take my mayonnaise. This Publix mayonnaise that you can buy from the deli, you have to actually ask the deli people, is the best freaking mayonnaise on the face of the planet. Then we have Parmesan cheese, garlic, Old Bay, sour cream, black pepper, and salt. And you basically just do a half cup of everything. So a half cup of the cheese, half cup of sour cream, half cup of mayonnaise. Put it all together and then throw in your seasonings. I'll put in the recipe for that in the description below as well. But I kind of just always do my seasonings to my heart's content. You don't really necessarily need a recipe for that unless you're baking, you know. So the consistency here is going to be nice and thick. There's going to be a little texture to it because of the garlic, but I promise you this thick sauce on top of this, and just dip it in there, is so good. So once our foil packs are nice and cooked, be really careful when opening this because there's a ton of steam and you will burn the hell out of yourself. So here it is, it's all plated. It's maybe not the best looking thing in the world, but I promise you it tastes super duper good. So if you make this recipe for whatever reason, I don't expect anyone to, but if you do, please let me know in the comments below how you like it. I'll leave the description or the recipe in the description. And thank you for joining me. If you like this content, please let me know and I'll make some more. I'm gonna go eat this. Thank you. Bye.